Zhongli called me a bastard. Would fly out of my hole at 2.6 billion miles an hour. Oh, okay. Thanks for sharing. Are worms twinks since they're skinny and smooth? Welcome to bunker number... Friends from afar. If you are listening to this recording, it means that the apocalypse is imminent. Whoa, Paimon almost died of fright. She didn't realize this thing could talk. Whoa. Paimon's missing something? Did it just say something super scary that went right over Paimon's head? Nothing scary, just that the apocalypse is coming. Oh, it's just the apocalypse. That's a big weight off Paimon's chest. Except obviously it's not. How can you be so casual about it? That tone. You sound like you're announcing we're having chicken mushroom skewers for breakfast. This is a good one, nice. Fortunately, you have found this bunker, and we are grateful to have you here. Together. In the bunker at the end of the apocalypse. Please, use the keycard. The lift connects. Take to the bunker. Whoa, did the mechanism just break? Oh, that fuzzy noise drowned out her voice. Yeah, I can't do fuzzy noise. Paimon couldn't hear what she was saying. Paimon can't figure out what this place is. Harley, why don't we go inside and take a look? Does that say post-apocalyptic Elysium? Whoa, we are far down. Welcome to the apocalypse bunker. Awesome. Access approved. Initiating bunker gate drive mechanism. Please wait. Unregistered residents detected. Initiating standard safety inspection protocol. Scan complete. Multiple dangerous items detected. For the safety of other residents, please place all weapons and dangerous items onto the designated receptacles. Huh? It wants us to hand over our weapons? I apologize for any inconvenience. The purpose of confiscating dangerous items is to ensure the absolute safety of the bunker's residents. Your items will be safely stored. You can retrieve your belongings when you leave. If you have any safety concerns, please rest assured. The bunker is equipped with the most advanced apocalypse purification system available. You will encounter no danger here. Why does this feel hive-mindy? In the name of Professor... I guarantee that no matter what monsters rage beyond the sky's veil, they will not infiltrate our Elysium. Beyond the sky's veil? Aren't we at the bottom of the sea? Oh, Paimon gets it. It's like those novels in Nasha Town. The apocalypse is talking about aliens coming to invade Teyvat. You should really stop reading those trashy Pulp Fiction novels. Paimon was only joking. Even if there were invaders from beyond the sky, they wouldn't invade a place like this. Would they? Besides, since it's a safe bunker, it seems reasonable to take our weapons off for now, right? Paimon. Unless they're secretly doing bad things in here. Like deliberately providing really yucky food. Or occasionally breaking the water purifier on purpose. Or locking the main entrance and trapping everyone inside forever. Those are all very similar things. Please be assured, this bunker is designed to provide absolute safety. All residents are free to leave at any time they wish. Well, since the mysterious mechanism says it's all above board, Paimon thinks we should trust it. Right, Harley? Thank you for your cooperation. All dangerous items have been collected. Scan complete. No threats detected. Standard safety inspection protocol complete. Welcome to the bunker at the end of the apocalypse. This feels so Renee coded. Oh yeah, that doesn't feel ominous at all. Why do I feel like that door's gonna... What did I just say? Oh, Paimon almost had a heart attack. Why did that alarm go off the second we walked in? Harley, why don't we take a closer look at that terminal? We might be able to find something useful. System error, confirm. Now accessible area, F2, Research Zone 1. Access granted. Welcome to the Bunker Access Terminal Server. Let me see. This looks like a map of the bunker. But the keycard we got last time seems to only give us access to Research Zone 1. Check on the status of Research Zone 1. Generating status report. Please wait. Research Zone 1. Warning. High concentrations of abyssal contamination detected. Current risk of overflow. Extreme. Apocalypse purification system. Blocked. Maintenance personnel have been dispatched. Time elapsed since previous maintenance request. Error. Standard hours. Please do not panic, resident. Stay calm and await supervisory instructions. Ugh, this purification system is completely useless. Okay, Paimon thinks she understands now. The apocalypse is actually abyssal contamination, right? This bunker was built to keep out the abyss, but the contamination inside ended up being worse than anything out there. Are you sure there isn't more to this story? Oh, there's a chest. Paimon doesn't know, but if we don't do anything, the abyssal contamination could spill out. Paimon thinks our only choice is to deal with the problem ourselves. Let's take a look around Research Zone 1. Alright, let's go. Whoa. Navigating to target area. Okay. Whoa. It's all white. Nice.
A reward on the road.
Bruh. Oh, okay. That's it. Okay, so I don't have weapons. Eek! A rift hound! What's something like that doing here? We don't have any weapons. That purification system had better do its job. Damaged logs. Senior researcher Grazina Mikluko's experimental report. Research on targeted plant breeding based on phenotypic variation. As documented in Professor H. Voguratsky's experimental records prior to the apocalypse, Kuvaki exerts a catalytic effect on the growth of certain plants, inducing developmental mutations that result in phenotypes more attuned to Kuvaki. It is conceivable that, through artificial regulation of the mutation process, novel plant varieties with a high affinity for Kuvaki could be developed selectively. Analogous to photosynthesis, these plants would autonomously accumulate Kuvaki from their environment, thereby eliminating potential abyssal corruption. This has broken me. Preliminary experiments indicate that most phenotypic traits of the controlled variants are heritable. A request was submitted to Supervisor Morozov to modify the existing ventilation system by adding pipelines for Kuvaki delivery. Why am I struggling to say words? Circulation will be maintained by these newly bred plants, currently unnamed. Although Supervisor Morozov appeared to hold out little hope that we might return to the post-apocalyptic world outside, which is entirely understandable, he nevertheless approved the modification plan. Now, just by opening the valves, we will have a continuous supply of Kuvaki that can be recycled. The people, especially the children who followed us here, should not remain in the bunker forever. One day, they or their children will discover a new world that has not yet been destroyed. By then, these flowers will help them purify the pitch-black corruption, allowing them to walk proudly under the azure sky. Huh. Interesting. Repair. Purification system blocked. Okay. Operating at partial capacity. Thank you for your service. Senior technician Kotelnikov. Please proceed to the secondary purification device and complete the repair process. Keep calm and carry on? Oh, this is a World War II reference. Huh, yeah, I mean, I guess... Now that I'm thinking about it, obviously, like, the Cataclysm in Cambria, like, the stuff that was going on with, like, the Vinster King was very, like, Nazi-coded. And Keep Calm and Carry On was a huge slogan in Britain in the Second World War. It never really occurred to me that they would have, like, Second World War references in the rest of Teyvat, you know what I mean? Oh. Whoa, you okay, Harley? The lift over here's gone kaput. Good thing you're not hurt. What the fuck? For the sake of His Majesty the Tsar's mercy, little one, make sure you record these words properly and bring them to Krasina. Everything Morozov said was a lie. From the very beginning, he only meant to have us killed, so Rotwang's plan could move forward. Ooh, I realized it too late. Do not let him find you, as he did me. Take the children and escape. The world outside has not been destroyed. Rocks enveloped in Kuvaki. Ordinary stone, since it was enveloped by pure Kuvaki energy, it can be absorbed and thrown. May seem capable only of shattering fragile structures. With careful consideration, it may have some ingenious applications yet. Okay. Yay.
Is this an answer from this world?
No. Oh, I tried to plunge and then realized I can't plunge because I don't have a weapon. Letter from the supervisor. Please rest assured, Ms. Krasina. I will do everything in my power to ensure that those injured in the monster attack receive the most appropriate treatment. As for the children who have unfortunately fallen ill, I will instruct the medical department to spare no effort in their care. We will, of course, not abandon a single one of our comrades. However, before eliminating those detestable monsters, I intend to release them into our experimental area to test the purifying effects of your new plant strains. I'm sure you understand that this is for the greater good. I give you my word, in my own name, that such containment breaches will not happen again. Oh. No longer hand wield. Note clipped in a book. To Miss Christina, if you find this note, please come meet me in the tool room. Master Thief Reed Miller. Okay. Purification system blocked. Manual valve adjustment. Okay. Oh wait, I can walk through here. Okay. That. Sure. Paimon doesn't like this at all. Harley, keep your guard up. If only they didn't take away our weapons. No point dwelling on that right now. Let's just be careful and sneak around these monsters. Bro. I can't believe I'm having to do sneak right now. I'm not good at things. Yeah, sure. Why the fuck not, I guess. Oh. That just didn't do anything. What if I distract them? What? Oh, destroy the chests. Okay. You didn't see me, you didn't see me. Oh! Yep, okay. Bro, why would they put me here? Nope. I hate it here. You didn't see me, you didn't see me. What else do I have to destroy? Are there no other boxes? I guess. Maybe what are you doing? Woohoo, we finished. How about we head back? Oh, God, there's stuff in here I want to look at. Oh, I got stuck. I got stuck, yep. Come on, move! Okay. Proceed to the terminal. System operating normally. Thank you for your service. Maintenance complete. Apocalypse purification system operating normally. Keycard unlocked. Don't forget to retrieve your keycard. Have a wonderful day. Huh? Looking closely, this card seems to be a different color from the one we got earlier. Paimon doesn't know who left it here, but we should take it. Maybe we can find its owner. Oh, right. There doesn't seem to be anyone else here. Bloodstained logs. I've been tricked. I've been tricked. I've been tricked. There's no treasure. There was never any damn treasure in this cursed place. That signal was deliberately set as bait. I should have known. The terminal was placed in such an obvious spot. If there really was treasure here, we would have heard all about this place in Nasher Town. But no one has ever mentioned it. I mean, no one who's been here has lived to tell about it. The door is sealed, and the elevator has left. I guess only activating this, some unrecognizable vulgar word, activating this fucking purification system from the outside can reopen the door. There's no way out. No way out ever again. I'm going to die here. I don't want to die here. I shouldn't have joined the Sea Hook gang. I should have taken the work from those overfed and self-indulgent Fontenians instead. Anyone. I don't care how many it takes. I don't care who as long as I don't die here. I don't want to die here. There's water. These plants seem edible. I'm going to survive. I have to survive. Sooner or later, some unlucky bastard will be lured here by that signal again. When he opens the door, I'll grab my knife and him, take his belongings and escape this place. I will survive. I won't starve to death here. I won't die. I won't die. Something's not right. Come to think of it, since I came in, I haven't seen a single... No, this isn't right. I couldn't possibly be the first person to wander into this place. If that signal has been broadcasting all this time, then plenty of people must have come in already. There are plenty of marks carved by treasure hoarders in the corners of the walls, too. though I can't make any sense of what they mean. Could it be that there's still... The diary entry stops here, with the last word mysteriously left half-written. I'm scared as to why this is here. Okay, yeah. Oh, fuck. I fucked that up. I fucked that up too. Timing is quite precise. Maintenance order for Research Zone 1 complete. Expected duration exceeded by 3,942,176 hours. A report of negligent conduct has been issued to the supervisory authority. How many hours? Oh, Paimon can only remember the first number. How many others were there after that 3? That's 450 years. So yeah, this was like 50 years after the Cataclysm. Access updated. Senior Technician Kolternikov. Welcome to the Bunker Access Terminal Server. Huh? Does this thing think we're the maintenance worker sent to repair the purification system? Paimon guesses that means we can access more places now. Let's see. This one appears to be Research Zone 2. Check on the status of Research Zone 2. Generating status report. Please wait. Research Zone 2. Warning. High concentrations of abyssal contamination and signs of the ultimate calamity have been detected. Apocalypse purification system damaged. Senior Technician Koltelnikov, please proceed to perform repairs under the protection of a guard escort. A guard escort? Paimon doesn't see any guards around here. Wait a second, what did it say has been detected? Keep me safe, Guard Captain Paimon. Paimon will keep you safe. Is that what Guard Captain Paimon would say? Is what Guard Captain Paimon would say if she had a weapon. Unfortunately, you'll have to watch your own back. But if the apocalypse is actually just an abyssal monster, then it's probably the source of this place's contamination. If we can take it down, the abyssal contamination here should be cleaned up once and for all, right? Harley, let's head to Research Zone 2. Now accessible area. Okay. Oh. That's how we get back through, I guess. Messily written notes. This is a secret mission that only me and Big Sis Grazina know about. Once these flowers grow up, little Pei will come back to play with us. Grazina said she's just sick and needs to rest for a while. When the flowers grow taller than my knees, she'll recover, so we mustn't cry. We need to listen to Uncle Morozov and he'd be very good children. There's no sun here, but the lights up there are just as warm and cozy. As long as we water them with that shimmering water every day, these flowers will surely grow quickly. Grow faster, please. I miss her. Hmm. Huh? Harley, look over there. Is that a gap? Doesn't seem good. Am I supposed to throw the thing at that? Oh, yeah. Yay. Whoa.
An answer from this world?
More wolf scratchies. Ancient recording. No, I won't doubt your words, Mr. Brahe, Reed Miller. The fact that you are here is proof that you are not lying. Even if I can't prove it, I choose to believe in the side that gives people hope. Actually, Brahe and Reed Miller are not meant to be used together. Oh, forget it. A beautiful lady like you can call me whatever you like. Just as I said earlier, I am here to hunt down Rotwang's dogs. It's an honor to have you assisting me. Please don't thank me yet, Mr. I don't know how to say it. Mr. Brahe Reed Miller. Even if I've already sent word to him, there is no guarantee he will agree to meet me. I still don't understand why he would tell such a lie to... What is it, Miss Gracina? Okay, so the gentle female voice is Gracina. It's nothing. For some reason, the recorder here was not turned off. It would be troublesome if Morozov noticed. I'm shutting it down now. Type of plant. Communications log. Secure communication channel established. Loading data. Access granted. Wishing you a wonderful day in the post-apocalyptic world. Researcher Gracina. To Supervisor R.M. Morozov. I hereby submit the final evaluation of the purifying effects of the new plant variety, hereinafter referred to as the experimental plant on abyssal corruption. Please consider this letter my most formal request. After months of controlled experiments, we have confirmed that the experimental plants demonstrate exceptional efficacy in processing high concentrations of abyss corruption and blank waste materials. In experimental site number 2, the specimens successfully blocked all abyssal corruption originating from outside the bunker within a short time frame, reflecting it in a pure blank form, thereby efficiently eliminating the monsters that had previously been extremely difficult to deal with. There is no doubt that this is an unprecedented breakthrough. I am deeply grateful for the opportunity you have given us. The success is as much yours as it is ours. However, I must also report the significant latent risks associated with such experiments. As I have repeatedly emphasized before, potential scenarios in which apocalyptic contamination could be released, and incidents of personnel casualties resulting from the escape of abyssal monsters, are all beyond the scope of our ability for subjective control. Among the most recent victims was even a child under blank years old. I am fully aware that Pava's death from illness was in no way a tragedy you wished to witness, and that you exerted every effort to save that child. However, as long as experiments of this nature continue to advance, the risk of contamination leakage will only grow more severe. Our responsibility is to erect a barrier that shields humanity from catastrophe. Under no circumstances should we seek to test the limits of that darkness. Forgive my bluntness, but the continuation of these experiments has become entirely meaningless. Unless your intention, if I may speak frankly, is simply to permit even more otherworldly entities to pour into our bunker. Based on the aforementioned reasons, and on behalf of the research team, I hereby submit the following request. Immediately cease all further testing of the purification system. Thoroughly eliminate all abyssal live experimental specimens in our custody. Ensure that no monster collection activities are conducted in any form. Please approve as soon as possible. Sincerely, Senior Researcher G. Mikluko. Maybe I need to use this one? No. Okay. Not Pog Champion. Okay, wait, so that... Oh, okay. I think I need to, like, link them all up. But I don't have any more little guys. Oh, wait, unless I'm supposed to link it up with this one, maybe? It's not... Huh. Why is that not linking up? It should do. Like, there aren't enough of these guys, and the line doesn't stretch far enough. Oh, wait, hold on. That links up. Maybe I can artificially extend this. Actually, wait. Let's pick this up and do this. Aha! Ah, okay. That was kind of finicky. Secure communication channel established. Loading data. Access granted. Wishing you a wonderful day in the post-apocalyptic world, Researcher Gracina. To Supervisor R.M. Morozov. Mr. Koltelnikov went to service the purification system in experimental site number 1, but contact was lost shortly thereafter. What happened? Sincerely, Senior Researcher G. Mikluko. Unless that's the thing that... Oh, maybe that was the thing that purified before. Nope, stuck. I feel like I should take this guy with me. These claw marks, they're from a rift hound, right? Yep, indeedy. Many. Okay, little guy, you live there now. Wait, no, he's trying to go back to where he's supposed to be. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, friend. Now I feel bad. Oh no. I've broken him. Debug. Secure communication channel established. Loading data. Access granted. Wishing you a wonderful day in the post-apocalyptic world, Researcher Grazina. To Supervisor R.M. Morozov. Another person, redacted, died. How many more deaths do you want to see? Stop this redacted experiment immediately, or I will... or I will redacted your redacted and feed it to redacted. I know you saw it, Morozov. Stop playing dead. Senior Researcher G. Look. Wait. Another person fucking died. How many more deaths do you want to see? Stop this fucking experiment immediately, or I will cut your penis off and feed it to the fishes. Making a little treat, did we solve the puzzle? Yes, we did. What treat did you get? Whee. Keep calm and carry on. At the world outside burning the apocalypse, we will endure silent, safe, and forever out of reach of abyssal contamination. Oh. Are you okay, my guy? Oh, okay. I can't do that for any of the others, just this guy. Wait, that's so funny that that's an option. It doesn't give you anything for it, it's just like... Hey, help this guy out. Help him stop freaking out, bro. Wait, what happens if I get... Whoa! Yikes, that was sure was scary. Harley, be careful. What the fuck? Do you ever worry that the apocalypse might leak into the bunker? Such anxiety may be a sign of abyssal contamination. Please report it immediately. Damn, the paranoia. Oh! Hi! Oh! Hell yeah.
An answer from this world?
Hello, sir? Wait. The fucking music, bro? That was terrifying! When did this become a horror game? Not you? Whoa. Not you making the same joke. Abnormal, abnormal, abnormal. This is so scary. What the fuck? Marvel at the foresight of Professor Rotwang. Even as the apocalypse has swept over mankind, this beacon of humanity still burns bright. Rotwang was not a good guy. I'm scared, bro. Me too, the fuck? Apocalypse purification system operating normally. Well, how is this even remotely normal? And whatever was just destroyed, I didn't get to read that. Are these pipes carrying Kuvaki? What if we load it over and made it smash them open? Okay. Ow! Oh wait, I can actually go in. Oh my god, I'm trapped in here now. Oh no. Hacking the crack. Yeah, I'm trying. That didn't work. Oh, Sure. Yep, okay. Cool. Oh. Come here, fucker. Oh, it didn't work? Okay. Sure. Why is that not working? What if we break this pipe so then let the Kuvaki out? Oh, up there? Okay, yeah, you're right. Ooh. What? Why did that not work? Hello? Bro. There we go. Fucking hell. Oh, just I was like, where?
A reward on the road.
Maintenance complete. Apocalypse purification system operating normally. Keycard unlocked. Don't forget to retrieve your keycard. Have a wonderful day. I've just noticed it has the Fatui symbol on it. It's time the keycard's golden. That terminal report before mentioned signs of large monster activity in Research Zone 2. There's no way it could be talking about the one we just saw, surely? Ugh, Paimon doesn't get it. For now, let's head back to the terminal and see what this card unlocks. What? Okay, this thing. To Supervisor RM Morozov. I apologize, Supervisor Morozov, for losing control of my emotions earlier. To ensure the survival of this post-apocalyptic bunker, I would like to have a proper conversation with you in person. Sincerely, Senior Researcher G. Mikluko. Ragged notebook. Notes filled with dense, highly technical botanical theory. Unfortunately, besides the immortal scholars in Sumeru, few might be able to make sense of it. Tignari!
A reward on the road.
Help us out, bruv. Experimental staff record. This appears to be an attendance log for the research staff. For some reason, as time goes on, fewer and fewer names seem to appear. Mr. Brahe Reed Miller has quietly escorted the children who were still alive out of the facility. He said he knows an eccentric old hunter, and that he is also an old acquaintance of the newly appointed priestess of the Frost Moon Scions. I believe the title was something like Moonchanter, yeah, Isla. Was it Isla or Alia? I forget which one was the Moonchanter. Yeah, and then Solove, the Lightkeeper. Both are willing to protect these children. Neither has asked for anything in return. Morozov never noticed a thing. He probably stopped caring about them a long time ago. There's nothing left to worry about, so before we go to meet him, let's share one last drink, as we always do. A toast to the dead from those soon to die. Please forgive my foolishness all those years. Oh, comes around here. Whoa, the world outside's just gone. The abyss gobbled it all up. Okay, yeah, this leads me back here. Access updated. Senior Researcher Gradzina. Welcome to the Bunker Access Terminal Server. Hey, it looks like that keycard we just picked up still works. Which makes Paimon think this Gradzina person must have been a pretty big deal. They seem to have had access to the entire bunker. It looks like the only place we haven't been to yet is the supervisory office. If that apocalypse thing is still hanging around, this is the only place it could be. Paimon thinks that whatever it is, it's probably not that scary, since scary things wouldn't want to hide from us. What kind of fucked up logic is that? We better keep our eyes peeled. Never underestimate an enemy. Alright, let's go check out the supervisory office. Now accessible area. This place is fucking huge. How did no one discover it in all these hundreds of years since? Unnerving. Oh, okay. Thanks, Amanda. I guess people probably did discover it. Yeah, I guess because I was thinking about that note that we found from that random person. They did discover it, it's just people die here. Interesting. Gradzina? You backstabbing snake! How dare you show yourself before me? Whoa, Harley, watch out! That monster seems to have been lured out. Whoa. No, you're not Gradzina. I can't detect your scent. What are you? A living being or another spirit flying aimlessly across the bedeviled sky? The big supervisor guy, I guess he got whispered to by the abyss and became this thing. No living creature can enter this grave. Their grave. Our grave. Answer me! Did Professor Rotwang send you here? Has my master forgiven me? Are you the Apocalypse? 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 Look at the world out there. The Apocalypse has already descended upon us. Young Solove tried to stop it, and Brahe, who impersonated Reed Miller. Ooh. Even that treacherous snake, Gradzina, she tried to stop it too, but their efforts were all in vain. It came. It still came. My master, Professor Rotwang, reduced that pathetic world to ashes with the Sampo. After all that destruction, this bunker is all that remains, isolated amid the bedeviled sky. You think the world has been destroyed? The world outside is nothing but a casket for things beyond their time. I know not from whence you came, but I have already broken free of the celestial shell, no longer to suffer the shackles of gravity and fate. And you are no servant of my master, yet neither are you just another fool. Will you join us? Become one with our flesh and our blood? Or will you welcome death right here? Join. Oh, gentle female voice. So this became like an abyssal hive mind, I guess? Or die. The world hasn't been destroyed. You're at the bottom of the sea. Enough! Cease your vicious lies, vile desecrator. My master would not deceive me. We exist amid the bedeviled sky. Let them be interred in the ruins of that extinguished world. Only we shall continue our existence amid the bedeviled sky. Master, bear witness. Yes, this is like an abyssal form of what Renee was trying to do. There's no other way. Harley, let's try using these plants to deal with it. Okay. Oh, I fucked that one up. Oh my god. The timing on this is so rough. Hello? What? Did I not pick that up? There we go. Oh. Whoa. Oh, that's starting to break. Okay, yeah, you're right. There's another plant that can do this. Oh my god. This is dead now, unless I... Oh wait, it's fine again. Okay. Nice. It's, yes, it's so precise. Wind. Nice. Those fire blooms over there look different to you? I don't know. Oh. Oh, I fucked that. What the fuck? Ugh. Hello? Can I not? Ugh. Oh, okay. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh, do we just like permanently... Oh shit. Get access to this? We don't have to keep picking it up? Yeah, I guess this creature is like a combination of like a hive mind of all of the people who like worked here or were sacrificed here. Or it's just imitating those people. That might be more likely. Phew, that's that dealt with. What an annoying little... It seemed convinced Tavat was destroyed and we were outside the sky. Ugh, let's just forget about that idiot. Right, it looks like we've dealt with that thing. Whether it was an apocalypse or just the abyss. All thanks to the Mandragoras. Yeah, we better give credit to that researcher named Grazina, right? Hyman wonders what happened to her. I think we know. Alright, that just about wraps everything. Huh? Wait, what's this? Aha! To Miss Grazina, should you ever wish to leave this place, please give this item to a member of the Treasure Hoarders. They will guide you to me, Master Thief Reed Miller. Proof of the cognoscenti? What's that doing in a place like this? And it looks like it was left by Reed Miller himself. This means we're one step closer to the great treasure. Paimon can't wait to find out what it is. Oh yeah, there was that person talking about the great treasure. I've already found 4 proofs of the cognoscenti. Paimon wonders where the last one might be. Why don't we head over to Pyramida and see if anyone there knows? Terminal log. Private journal, senior researcher Grazina Mikluko. Morozov is dead. So many innocent people died by his hands. So many innocent people died because of my foolishness. All for a lie that he didn't even believe himself. I don't know who Rotwang is, and I don't know what kind of wretched plans they had. Nor do I want to know. All I know is that their blood is on my hands as well. Simply because I believed their lies. Because I trusted that they could truly offer a final refuge for good people. Why didn't I realize it? When the pipelines were first added, I should have seen that they could just as easily be used to carry the Abyss's corruption. allowing Morozov to fabricate the illusion that the outside world had long since been utterly destroyed by the Abyss. But I didn't think of that. Countless people who believed in me, no matter what Brahe Reed Miller says. They all died because of me. Brahe Reed Miller said that the abyssal corruption here cannot be eliminated overnight, and Morozov, like Rotwang, would one day be resurrected as a mindless monster, despite having lost all sanity and humanity, until the hero prophesied by the Frostmoon Scion's Moonchanter. What is this? Don't those strange people only have an archpriestess? Destroys it completely. Yeah. So the true Reed Miller. Until then, it will forever wander these abyss-corroded ruins, devouring the flesh and blood of those who stray in here. I can't turn off the bunker broadcast signal he left behind, nor can I close the bunker gates that he left permanently open. Directly destroying this place would cause the abyss corruption to spread, so I can only pray that no one will ever step foot here again. So I declined his offer to take me away, choosing instead to stay behind, both to prevent Morozov's resurrection and keep innocent people from entering this place. I can't face those surviving children anymore. What should I say if Lily asked me again when Pava's illness will be cured? Those who repeat lies deserve to be buried in the apocalypse, alongside those who weave them. Brahe Reed Miller seems deeply interested in the plants that could cleanse the abyssal calamity, so I asked him to help me take these specimens out. When he asked why I hadn't named them, I thought about it and realized I didn't know myself. Perhaps I simply couldn't bring myself to confront the truth of our experiments. In response, he said that he, a master thief, would steal the naming rights. In the end, he called them Mandragora, a fictional plant in the legends from the far north that Miss Aaliyah had once told him about, so he claims. In the language of flowers, Mandragoras symbolize happiness and hope. He can have his way. I no longer have the right to protest this bitter irony. Oh, you retrieve your weapon from the mechanism at the entrance and leave with Paimon. Paimon can finally breathe fresh air. It was so stuffy in there. After all that, there never was an apocalypse to begin with. Everything out here is fine and dandy, and there's still plenty of delicious food waiting for us to eat. Oh, that Weasel Thief statue is huge. Look at all those iron coins. Oh. Oh, Raven, king of all birds, felled in a net amidst the thorn bush, cunningly unfurled. I stand upon the hazel and the alder high, to hear the birds sing for me loudly by. I wonder if this is Reed Miller's grave then. Telfin, what are you doing here? Ah, fantastic, just the duo I was waiting for. Huh? How did you know we would come here? Have you been following us since we parted at Blue Amber Lake? I was only joking. I came back to visit my parents, and so happened to be running errands here in Pyramida when I spotted the two of you. Paimon sees. Huh? So you have family here? What's strange about that? Just like a raven is born to raven parents, people don't magically appear out of thin air. That's not what Paimon meant. Though come to think of it, we're not really that close. And Paimon can see how it was kind of a personal question. Can I ask a question that isn't so personal? Good idea! Telfin knows everyone and everything. He just might have the info we need. You recount your experiences searching for and finding the proofs of the cognoscenti after leaving Blue Amber Lake. So Telfin, do you have any idea where the last proof of the cognoscenti might be? I do have a few thoughts. However, seeing as it's Harley, she'll probably be fine. From everything I've heard about your adventures, I believe she should be able to overcome the trial. There's another trial? It isn't going to be impossible, is it? Of course not. Besides, I have total confidence in your abilities, Harley. The last proof of the cognoscenti is actually with my grandmother. I'm on my way to visit her now. Why didn't you tag along? Seriously? What are the chances? Telfin's grandmother. What do you think she's like, Harley? Do you think she's the kind of sweet old lady who loves to tell stories? She does tell stories, but never mind. You'll see when we get there. Well, look who's remembered to visit. Did you take care of that matter for me, you little brat? Of course I did. Would I dare show my face here if I hadn't? This is my grandmother. Though I'm sure she'd rather be known as Hilyetta, the Black Barrel Hag, than a failed merchant's grandmother. She doesn't look anything like Tolfin at all. She's far too serious. I hear that a lot, but at the end of the day, we're family, and we're a lot more alike than people think. This is Harley, and this is Paimon. They've already found the other proofs of the cognoscenti.
Oh, so you've already found the other 4? Well, that takes some real talent. But I'm afraid you're going to have to let me see that talent for myself. Seeing as the brat brought you in, I won't make things too hard for you. How about we just trade a few moves?
Hold on a second. Something about this doesn't feel right.
And what exactly is the problem? If you want to get your hands on the great treasure, you'll naturally need to get past me first.
She is a stubborn old bag of bones, but once she sees what you can do, everything will be on the table. Come on, Harley. It's in your hands now.
Come on, then. Show me what you've got.
Installation
Give it
chamber
everything
deployed.
you've got. I don't want you to hold back and then whinge about losing.
Silence!
Okay.
Not bad at all. You do have promise. Here, this is the proof of the cognoscenti you've been seeking. But if you want to claim the great treasure, there's still one final path you'll have to tread.
Well, we got it.
Not that it'll hold her back, not considering how sharp the little lass is. She's a far more fitting heir to the treasure hoarders than you are, you useless lump.
Heir to the treasure hoarders? Me? Huh? So Granny is a treasure hoarder? And Tolfin, you too? I guess you could say that. Paimon never would have guessed. You don't look like a treasure hoarder. Don't tell Paimon you knew about this all along, Harley. I figured it out pretty quickly.
Don't tell me you didn't explain it to them. Were you really planning to deliver the great treasure to a couple of know-nothings who couldn't tell a treasure hoarder if they introduced themselves and brought them to their grandmother?
They've shown what it takes to gather the proofs of the cognoscenti, and they handled your challenge just fine. In fact, weren't you praising them just now?
You little...
All right. Don't give yourself a heart attack. I'll explain everything to them right now. I'll see to it that Harley is willing to be the treasure hoarder's heir, exactly as you wanted.
And you really think you can make all of that clear to them lickety-split?
What are you so worried about? You won't shut up about how I'm just like that good-for-nothing Brahi. At least I inherited his gift for smooth talking, didn't I? Tolfin leads you to a quiet corner to talk. So what's really going on here? All we heard is that if we collect all 5 proofs of the cognoscenti, we can find the great treasure hidden east of the moon, west of the sun. Are you seriously telling Paimon that we'd have to take over as leaders of the treasure hoarders just to get Reed Miller's treasure? Honestly, all this air talk is weirding Paimon out. It's hard to imagine anyone leading the treasure hoarders. Exactly. There are people who call themselves treasure hoarders in every corner of Teyvat these days. And that's where the problem lies. While we might be able to face reality, my stubborn old grandmother still dreams of a day when the treasure hoarders can restore their glory from the days of Reed Miller. She fantasizes that someone will come along and rally the masses, let the dead bury the dead, and rise to build an Elysium for the hungry and the poor on the wealth of the high and haughty. While most of us have heard how Reed Miller stole from the rich to help the poor, very few know that the treasure hoarders once defended Elysium from the dark abyss. It was the treasure hoarders' golden age. It was the worst of times, and yet somehow it was also the best. Not the Charles Dickens. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. I think it's from A Tale of Two Cities. I don't know. Maybe things are still the same today. But that era has passed, and she'll have to accept that someday. You're not wrong, but what are we supposed to do about it? Before we go any further, Harley, are you willing to serve as heir to the treasure hoarders and see that Reed Miller's dream is one day fulfilled? I have my own dreams to fulfill. Just as I thought. Then how about we do it this way? Let's put on a little show. Again? That's what you said back at Blue Amber Lake. Sure, you helped us get the proof of the cognoscenti back then, but who knows when you'll use those same sneaky tricks on us? Why would I do anything to thwart you when we're already such good friends? Now, instead of being suspicious, how about we focus on what we're going to say? You have a brief discussion with Tolfin about how to convince Hilyeta. According to Tolfin, simply mentioning the name Avrelian should be enough to gain her trust. I've seen that in game and I can't remember where, but I have seen it. And if she ever brings up the name Brahi, all you have to say is that you don't agree with his methods. As for who these two people actually are, Tolfin says it's a long story and promises to explain everything in detail when he gets the chance.
So, what do you say, little lass? Are you in?
I will fulfill Avrelian's dream.
Good, that's the spirit. If it weren't for the little brat acting just like that good-for-nothing Brahi, the proof of the cognoscenti wouldn't have been scattered and lost for so long.
We're nothing like Tolfin, or that Brahi McCall-it fellow, you can rest assured. Even I have to admit that Harley is the most suitable candidate to inherit the great treasure.
Then it's settled. All that's left is for you to retrieve the great treasure. At the treasure site, you'll likely run into a few tricks left behind by that good-for-nothing. I'm sure you'll be able to handle anything he came up with.
Paimon still has no idea where east of the moon, west of the sun could be. Oh, that. Well, it's beyond the horizon, yet so close you can touch it. Also, I won't be joining you for the next trial, so here's wishing you all the best. Still, I'll be in Pyramida for a little while longer, so please let me know if everything goes well. I'm counting on the both of you.
Hurry! Retrieve the great treasure!
Alright, my gamers. Ooh, Harley, let's head down and check it out. There might be treasure waiting for us to find. Whoa. Check. It looks like you can view all of the proofs of the cognoscenti. Oh yeah, I never read all of these. Okay, we'll read them. The ones I haven't read anyway. An artificial flower stained with rust. It is said to be a keepsake from Reed Miller, the founder of the treasure hoarders. Legend has it that the Fey Lord Filipov, who was deeply trusted by the White Emperor, once said that all the living desired to be deceived. From the nobles who make such sacrifices, enduring lavish extravagance on the people's behalf, to the peasants who suffered from hunger and cold, all tended to believe the narratives that would spare them from facing the truth. In some ways, therefore, hope is nothing more than despair's trick, a sweet venom that dulls the pain. According to the tales that circulate in Nasha town today, the Master Thief was the world's most skilled trickster, amidst countless legends caught betwixt truth and falsehood. Their greatest anecdotes are always laced with lies. He outwitted the most elite guards in the Northern Realm with a fake medallion and emptied the governor's palace. And later, disguised as a special envoy of the Tsar on a secret inspection, he squeezed the entire treasury out of Viscount Spekin for his hospitality. In the popular comedy, A Family of Noblemen, The Gentleman Porphyry, staged by the Korolevsky troupe, the Master Thief, in one of his fleeting appearances, posed before the nobles as a holy fool who could hear the spirits, pretending to listen to their confessions, then weaved their dirty secrets into ballads, telling the bards to spread them from tavern to street, so that the weary commoners might have something to laugh out loud about. But before these enchanting, unsubstantiated anecdotes became a public spectacle, the Master Thief, who never lied, gave his partner, who was also of silver blood, a simple vow. He promised to never put himself in danger, and to never break his word. Do not worry for me, Alia. Do not weep for a future that has yet to arrive. I know you have your doubts about my friend, but please trust my plan for now. Do not worry about me, Alia. If I am indeed the prophesied ruler of Elysium, then no fate in this world can tear me from the brethren I hold dear. Those were the last words the first Master Thief left for posterity. First one, If only the girl who accompanied him could have been like her little twin sister, watching the silver thread come to its end. That moment would surely... Time, however, is ruthless to all. Even that regret would become an old memory from the time before the Master Thief ascended, to his best friend's great remorse, the guillotine steps, and before the young woman who usurped his name hid her face behind a mask. Laugh at their fearful lies, brethren, for they cannot kill Reed Miller, the Master Thief. They have but murdered a single crow, but with tomorrow's light, a murder of crows shall rise to be at my back. Yeah, so I guess Alia then, like, took on the identity of Reed Miller. That was a theory that Ash had back before these quests came out, that there were multiple Reed Millers and people had taken on his identity. A timepiece long since stopped. It is said to be a keepsake from Reed Miller, the founder of the Treasure Hoarders. In the end, all fervent, noble, and futile dreams will dissolve like tears, like the countless fantasies born in the past, disappearing with the piercing cold wind. Whether born of true good intentions or the self-indulgent romantic fantasies, all paths lead to the same end. No one can escape a reality that falls short of their dreams, leaving their story to be edited by others. The prophesied ruler who never came to rule did not live to witness his Elysium, a place where all sorrows were swept away. His borderless dream world had become a thing for bandits to make sport of. The usurper, who never became the sacred heir, could not break the chains binding kin, leaving behind a maid, herself now left with nothing, to sing evening prayers in morning beneath the nightingale's tower. The governor's adopted son, who never became a master thief, failed to save the life of the one he loved, and instead stole the false name of a forgotten commoner, pretending to be a hero who now posed no threat. But what did it matter? The world she longed for was simply one where everyone could laugh as they willed. Even if it was all an insubstantial, ludicrous falsehood, it was still proof that their dreams had come true. A fake is not worthless, just like these tokens you found, even though they are but my counterfeit work, and not echoes surging within ley lines. They can still guide you to our great treasure. Since grandiose histories will only record the stories of the nobles, let me inscribe the names of the lowly in the way taught by she who heralds the new moon. As the one I love but cannot possess once scolded, I have no profound thoughts, and this is but the mockery of a wretched wanderer, raised to the high heavens. Interesting, yeah. So the proofs of cognoscenti are counterfeit. Oh, that automatically brought my wings out. That's interesting. Find a way to open the door and leave. So you get me. Sir? These little guys. I want to pet the little guys. I'm assuming just the way to open the door is just by gathering all these guys. Oh, or not. Nope, you just want to stay there? Okay. Sure. Suspicious notice. Gold is noble and silver bright, but which metal would truly please the iron-faced gatekeeper's sight? As the saying goes, like calls to like, so maybe the answer is already cut and dried. So, iron? A line of tiny text is written in the corner of the notice, easy to miss if one isn't paying attention. And if all else fails, winning by brute force still makes you the hero. Ugh, Paimon can't make any sense of this. Why not? Oh, look, 3 keys. So which one opens the door? Wasn't there some sort of hint on that notice? Yeah, it's the iron one. They really are just like making baby game for babies these days. Metal key. Nice, a metal key for a metal door. What's this? It looks almost like an iron coin, but not quite. Its pattern doesn't match that of the other iron coins. Paimon's not sure what it does. I wish I had time to read that. Yeah. What? It dug up an explosive barrel? This is getting super dangerous. Oh. Hi, Oomfies. Within this little plot, both danger and luck are found. To tell the fake from real, look where the strange rock lights the ground. A line of tiny text is written in the corner of the notice, easy to miss if one isn't paying attention. That main gate is locked down hard, so don't bother trying until the skies fall apart. What if they just dug everywhere? So this is a strange rock. Something about the light. I don't know whether... Oh, I should... And this economy is so true.
Yeah.
Never mind. I guess I'll just dig all of them. Fuck it. Oh. Was that actually the answer? Oh, hello.
You got this. Behold the dawn.
Defensive mode engaged. Wait.
Oh, I got a chest from it though. I guess I do want to like dig everything.
Home too.
Hell yeah. Yo, oh. Yo, I love
They
treasure.
call this a installation chamber deployed.
Oh, another one. I was scared half to death. That was too dangerous. Okay, yeah. It's a lot happening.
Yeah.
Anything else? Oh, yeah. this-
Accelerating.
Okay. What the fuck?
New material discovered.
Oh, here we go.
Records updated.
Thank you. Whoa. Kuvaki. Huh. What? What did that do? Anything? Where? Huh? There are more of those strange iron coins here. What the fuck? Ah, no way, it's a trap! Okay. Like clanging iron coins fall and halt right at its feet. The greedy weasel thieves are lured only by the tinkling of iron coins. Pick up an iron coin and throw it at the fleeing weasel thieves to make them stop in their tracks. Okay. Suspicious notice. The stubborn weasel digs the dirt, its hurried form unseen. The key is given darkly, where the moving shadows screen. Let clanging iron coins fall and halt right at its feet. A forceful claim may yet yield a bounty sweet. Bro, they just solved the riddle for us in the fucking tutorial. Are you kidding me? The things that Genshin could be, could have been. And yet this is what we are reduced to. I swear this game used to be harder, in a good way. A line of tiny text is written in the corner of the notice, easy to miss if one isn't paying attention. The little ones have picky tastes, so use what they like to tease out their trash. I'm ignoring them right now. Aged rye, okay. Huh. Oh, insufficient? Yeah, you're right. Okay. This is fun. what happens if I push it here. Nope, not interested. Guess this isn't its thing. Whoa, it actually brought a key. Huh. It's here, I may as well get it. Ooh. Whoa, so shiny! Harley, we're gonna be so rich! We won't need to take any more commissions from the Adventurers Guild. Come on, let's go take a look. Another Weasel Thief statue. Looks like it's not enough. If only we had another couple of special iron coins. Why don't we take a look around? Brahi's notes 1. The arrangement of the treasure vault is pretty much complete. Without the help of these little weasel friends, I'd have no idea how to transport so many iron coins here without anyone noticing. So, to commemorate their service and hard work, I'll call these little critters Weasel Thieves and grant them the title of official treasure hoarders from now on. Wait. Just kidding. If Miss Alia knew, in the afterlife, that I was giving wild weasels such absurd names, she'd probably jump right out of the Pillar of Embla and beat me up. That's funny because they ended up being called that. There's no way I can call them that. Unless, of course, I were to write poetry in the future and fail to come up with any other name. Or if no other name would make the rhyme and meter work. I have to say, Father had a real eye for hiding secret funds. This place is so well concealed that not only would it be unlikely for anyone to stumble upon it, even wild weasels would have a hard time squeezing in here without guidance. It's such a pity that his foresight has only ever extended so far. Even when Rotwang used him up to the hilt, he never harbored the slightest suspicion. Is Brahi the child of Raimo? Mayhaps? Ultimately, the secret funds he hid here back then were only stolen because those two old geezers, Avrelian and Sylvester, came snooping around and coaxed the words out of me. By Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, I was only 5 years old. Two young men playing good cop and bad cop, using both carrot and stick to get a 5-year-old to talk. What normal human could come up with that? I don't know, I feel like the CIA... Actually, forget humans. What normal fae, djinn, seelie, spectre, lockfolk, phantasm, or whatever creature would even think of this? Sacred heirs of the Frostmoon Scions indeed. What rotten immoral behaviour. Father chewed me out for 3 days afterwards, and even the petrichor vacation I'd been promised got washed out. That said, that place got washed out later too. That is true. What's more infuriating is that when I brought this up to Sylvester a while ago, he actually claimed he couldn't recall how he'd deceived me back then, just that Avrelian claimed to want the children to lead better lives. I completely understand their thoughts and actions. Return all the wealth Father had plundered to those poor children. It was the right thing to do, but really, did they have to do it through me? Was I really the sole avenue through which a breakthrough could have been made, gentlemen? Besides, and Sylvester probably doesn't know this, the secret funds they stole, pretending to be chivalrous outlaws who robbed the rich to help the poor, were back in Father's coffers in less than 3 days. Several times the original amount, extorted from other sources. Those self-important profiteers can always rake in wealth without lifting a finger, while the venal sycophants who surround them twisted into proof of their master's innate diligence and wisdom. No one could have become that rich otherwise, surely. The game of robbing the rich to feed the poor only adds weight to the shackles of the impoverished. As Miss Alia's terrifyingly gloomy sister once told me, no matter how pure the water of goodwill, if it falls on soil poisoned with malice, seeds of evil are the only things that will grow. Avrelian probably realised this eventually, but his Elysium, no matter how firmly he believed it existed on Earth, remained much too far from those truly suffering in poverty. After all, how can someone who has never known a moment of kindness, someone constantly insulted and harmed, be expected to believe they should love their neighbour, or even their enemies? Neither Avrelian nor Miss Alia had ever answered that question. They were both kind people who imagined people to be better than they really were, believing that virtues and ideals could overcome the evil bred by circumstance. Unfortunately, I am just a selfish nobleman, and I lack their kindness. I suspect Avrelian felt the same. After all, in his eyes, there has probably only ever been one truly kind noble in this world. The things I've witnessed leave me unable to hold such idealistic confidence in human nature. It's barely been a decade since Miss Alia's sacrifice, and those bandits who scattered like frightened birds and beasts have already begun brazenly misusing Avrelian's words to justify their atrocities against the innocent. Whether it's wandering merchants barely scraping by, or overworked labourers starving for their next meal, anyone could be branded a lackey of princes or a traitor who betrays his brothers and neighbours, and therefore ripe for their noble robbery. Those who came before overcame evil with noble ideas. Now the bandits who claim to be their successors wave the same banner, declaring that anyone who opposes them is an enemy of those noble ideals, thus embodying the very evil that was once defeated. I can send the bandits who committed atrocities in the name of Reed Miller and oppressed the labouring poor to the Eye of Krati, where they'll sleep with the fishes for good. In fact, I have already done so. But what about after I die? Who can guarantee that those once noble ideals won't be twisted into crimes even I can't imagine? Al-Ahmar could not guarantee it, Erinius could not guarantee it, Shabalanke could not guarantee it, the noble lords of Mondstadt aristocracy failed to guarantee it, nor can the Frostmoon Scions guarantee it. And some so-called master thief Reed Miller will surely fail to guarantee it. Evil comes from humanity as naturally as honey from a hive. I agree with that. I'm neither Avrelian, nor Sylvester, nor Miss Alia, who enchants me so. I cannot place all my hope in human nature the way they did. I don't want the name of Master Thief Reed Miller to fade into history, forgotten by all. What's more, I don't want that name, and the ideals it once stood for, to be twisted by future villains and reviled by the public. Hence, there's only one solution I can think of. Let these so-called ideals be buried by history. Let us smother them beneath countless contradictory, absurd, laughable yet irresistible stories, until every trace of meaning is worn away and only a sweeping legend remains. This way, anyone who commits evil in our name will never be mistaken for a serious idealist. Rather, they shall be dismissed as childish dreamers, drunk on romantic tales. Greed always outlasts ideals. At least that's what I want to believe. At least that's what I believe. As long as the tale of the great treasure continues to be told, there will always be gamblers dreaming of making a fortune overnight, repeating the name of the master thief Reed Miller endlessly. Better a harmless name, one that lets the poor laugh from the heart, one that gives them just a little more courage to face tomorrow, than a banner that villains would seek to claim. If the rebels of some future age truly need a new banner, they will find a hero who belongs to their own time. And whatever that hero's name may be, it should never be Master Thief Reed Miller. Huh? Where's all the Mora? This is just a bunch of iron coins.
Accelerating.
Oh, Brahi's notes too. I never imagined that someone would find the treasure vault just 3 weeks after I'd set it up. What surprised me even more was that I actually recognized the person. I never thought I'd run into him here. Dmitry Dubrovich Sukhotin, trusted aide of the Grand Duke Filipov, third-class military officer, chief instructor of the Snezhnayan Royal Military Academy. If I remember correctly, he was promoted to this position the year Avrelian enrolled, occupying said cushy, lucrative position until the Khanrian disaster. He would even host foreign dignitaries occasionally, such as the Commander-in-Chief of Fontaine's Great White Armada, the Grand Master of Mondstadt's Knights of Avonius. In short, he was a real show-off. According to official records, he had long since died alongside His Majesty the Tsar, sacrificing himself for the nation. Not that this is anything new, even Avrelian once appeared as deceased in the records. One can always rely on the unreliability of Snezhnaya's civil system. What surprised me was that the old man before me seemed almost entirely different from the spirited, haughty, and overbearing officer I once remembered. I don't know what he endured, but he looked far more gaunt and aged than his years. The moment he saw me, his first instinct was to draw his sword and strike. Luckily, I reacted in time, parrying his blade with Avrelian's gauntlet and shouting his name. He froze for a moment, muttering incoherently for a while. It was as if he hadn't used human speech in ages. Finally, he forced out his first phrase, asking who I was. I spent a long time talking with the old man. He said he no longer remembered me, But he remembered my father's name, of course. He'd abandoned his own noble title and name long ago, choosing instead to spend the rest of his life protecting the children at the borderlands, those homeless children wandering through wastelands. At first, I thought he built a shelter. I didn't realize the children had never even seen him. He slew the wicked villains who sought to harm them out of their sight. As for why he did it, what truly happened in Kamria, and how he ended up in Nodkrai, he refused to say. Naturally, I didn't press further. The old man had absolutely no interest in treasure, and hadn't even heard of the rumors I spread about the great treasure. He simply felt that something was off about this place, suspected it was a slaver's camp, and, following his instincts, stormed in with the intention of taking me out on the spot. After I finished explaining the thought process behind the treasure vault, the old man fell silent for a moment. He said that if a student had proposed such a ridiculous scheme back when he was chief instructor, he would have thrown it straight back and ordered them to start over. As for now, he didn't finish speaking, simply leaving in silence. The old man's right. If someone else were to stumble in here the same way, guided by nothing but sharp instincts, then this entire plan would be pointless. I need a way to make this place nearly impossible to find, yet draw people towards more attainable goals. I've got an idea. But first, I need to talk to Isla and see if she's willing to help me. She probably would. After all, turning the story of Master Thief Reed Miller into the proof of the cognoscenti, at least that's what I'll call it for now, would also serve as a tribute to Miss Alia. Smells. Oh, that's 4. Wait, hold on. I want to read 3 first. Oh. A message from the legendary thief Reed Miller. To you, my esteemed guest, who has gathered all the proof of the cognoscenti, if you're reading this note, it means that you've successfully solved my puzzle. Congratulations. Well done. Now the legendary great treasure you're looking for is right in front of you. You're welcome. Please enjoy yourself. These unclaimed riches are the spoils due to the cognoscenti. However, as the founder of the Treasure Hoarders, I would like to give you one more piece of advice. No matter who you are, exposing mountains of wealth to the light of day, flaunting it in pursuit of glory and vanity, thereby attracting the envy and covetous eyes of countless onlookers, it is not a wise move. Please take these treasures, which belong to you alone, away quietly. Then remove this note and pretend you never found anything. Let people believe that the proof of the cognoscenti still lies scattered across every corner of this continent, waiting to be gathered by those fortunate few chosen by fate. Let the story continue to circulate. Let those who dream of sudden riches continue their hard work. This way, the wealth you've obtained after countless trials will sit much more safely in your hands. Master Thief Reed Miller. I want to know what the third one is. Oh, I need... okay. Whoa, so it was hiding here all along. There could be more chests hiding under all these coins, but between the two of us, we'll be digging forever. Well, guys, are gonna help me? I want to know where the other note is. Oh. Interesting.
While the light shines bright, be gone. Settle down.
Oh.
Be sanctified.
Ow. Why can't I see what it is? What do you mean? That's number 5. Do you think the statue's hiding a path to the real great treasure? Brahy's notes 4. Sylvester's departed in the end. This should be the last time I return here to pen notes. I was planning to burn everything I'd written before, but after burning half of it, I thought about it and gave up on the endeavor. Better to leave something behind, because apart from this, there's really nothing else. In accordance with his own wishes, his funeral was remarkably quiet. The handful of lightkeepers he trained personally shed no tears for him, which is understandable. Was Sylvester another name for Solvay? If I could live to his age, free from illness and disaster, returning peacefully to the earth, I wouldn't want others to weep for me either. Besides, lightkeepers are well accustomed to parting with the dead. Isla didn't come to his funeral. I assumed she had no idea, so I made a special trip to Hisi Island. The place had been nearly demolished, with only the central Grand Temple and the tower to the north remaining. Her maid, whose name I cannot recall, though I remember Isla saying that she was an adopted orphan from foreign lands, spoke to me timidly, saying that the Lady Moonchanter had long known of my coming and was aware of the Lightkeeper's affairs. She had no intention of seeing me and asked me to leave. If she doesn't want to see me, so be it. Not that there'd be much to say if we did meet, anyway. She mad, damn. Whoa. Ship. Oh, there was a ship under all that? So the weird pole we saw before must have been the mast. But where's ship? Oh, who cares? The great treasure could be aboard. Come on, the suspense is killing Paimon.
Did they run from home too? Yep.
Oh, is this maybe the third? Okay, it's the okay. Brahi's Notes 3. Rumors about proof of the cognoscenti have been spread. Once people know that a key exists, they won't go out of their way to find alternative means of entry. All I have to do now is fabricate a few tales of treasure hunters who tried to take shortcuts but came up empty-handed, then spread them under the names of Brahi the Bard and Grand Duke Trubetskoy. That should be more than enough to convince future generations of the necessity of seeking the proof of the cognoscenti. Like his greedy father, the new Grand Duke Trubetskoy heard rumors of the treasure and schemed to seize even the gifts the Master Thief had left for the poor. And what magnificent treasure it was! More splendid than the gold of Hisi, more dazzling than the silver of Kitzigrad. Kittisgrad. I don't know why I struggle to say that. Kittisgrad. Even the flesh and blood of the Lord of Geo could scarcely measure its worth. Such was the vast hoard of iron coins that the Master Thief left behind, wealth enough to shake the very economy of the northern lands. Wait, that's not right. If I were to list the treasure's contents outright, some people would lose interest. Such was the treasure that the Master Thief left behind, wealth enough to shake the very economy of the northern lands. Even a bard with such nimble lips and silver tongue as I could scarcely recount it in full. Tolfin is a bard. Alright, that'll do. And lastly, I'll spin something about how the new Grand Duke Trubetskoy was effortlessly bested by the Master Thief's companion, a beauty known as Wagtail. As long as it's written in a sufficiently dashing manner, I'm sure Miss Alia wouldn't mind. Look, it mentions Brahi over here. Looks like he was the one who made these records. So iron coins were really the currency here back in the day. That means a mountain of these things could truly be called a great treasure. Ugh, if only we'd come here a few hundred years ago, we'd be rich. But iron coins aren't worth much more these days. As they say, value lies in scarcity. Exactly. So if we can find this prototype iron coin he wrote about, collectors are sure to go crazy for it. Paimon bets we could get a pretty penny for that one. Too bad we don't know where it's buried. Ugh, are we really supposed to dig up this whole place by ourselves? We'll get a dressing down from the Black Barrel Hag if we don't. Oh yeah, you're right. We mustn't get on the wrong side of her. You might be able to handle her attacks, but Paimon will have to fly far, far away. And speaking of the Black Barrel Hag, Now that Paimon has seen Brahi's notes and all these iron coins, she finally understands why that old lady wants to bring back the good old days. To her, those days must have been the real Elysium. Paimon thinks we're living in a pretty wonderful time too. You and Paimon and all the friends we've met on our journey, this is our golden age. That's probably how Tolfin feels as well. He chose not to share the full history of the treasure hoarders with us, because he didn't want us to bear the weight of expectation. It looks like this adventure ends here. Getting all 5 proofs of the cognoscenti wasn't easy, and Paimon knows it was far from a fruitless journey, but she can't help feeling a little disappointed. And by the way, why do you think this ship is here? Perhaps it sank under the weight of a greed it could not bear. It would be risky to sail with all those heavy coins on board. Even if they didn't sink, they might get robbed. Oh, but this is a treasure hoarder ship. They're not usually the ones who would need to be scared. It's such a shame. Even though this ship is hundreds of years old, it still looks almost new. Traveling would be so much easier if we had a boat as big as this, don't you think? I'll be the captain, and Paimon, you can be the chief mate. Aye aye, Captain Harley. Tying the jib to the mizzenmast and raising the port side anchor to the load line, Captain. How convincing is Paimon's chief matiness? Come on, take the helm and let's set sail. Try taking the helm? Bounty Island's just up ahead. Nothing about it looks particularly special from here. Elia, I'm still not happy about this. I mean, the treasure here's been marked by the governor. If we take it... Don't worry, we still have a few more days before the drill's over, and by the time the governor notices, we'll already be in Snezhnograd. No one will think to come look. That's not what's bothering me. What if he ends up on the hook for telling us where the treasure is? Who? Oh, you mean that Brahi kid? What do you care? He's had his fair share of the honey brood something, and I haven't. What are you talking about? You and that kid are nothing alike. If you were on the same side as them, you wouldn't... Don't worry about him. He'll be fine. He might be adopted, but he's still the governor's son. Besides, he's young. No one's going to give him any trouble. I hope you're right. So this is what Bounty Island looks like. I guess it really does live up to its name. Oh, is it actually pausing now for me? I had to read all that so fucking fast because I didn't have it on auto. It was just going. What are we going to do with the loot? Same as usual? Though, if we're taking it back to Snezhnograd, why not give it to the kids on the streets? I ran into them a few days ago while I'm out on patrol. That kid with the conch shell struck me as a smart one. They'll know what to do with the treasure, and who best to share it with. Suits me. Let's do it your way. But compared to the treasures on display in the governor's palace, these little trinkets are hardly even worth the bother. Even in a backwater like this, those arrogant fools still indulge in their outrageous extravagance. Their shiny facade can't hide the fact they're already rotten to the core. Have you seen it yet? This place is no different from Snezhnograd. Are we really supposed to fight to protect people like this? And protect them from those we have no quarrel with? The unseen, the downtrodden, the despised. I understand your anger, but there's not much we can do. There's not much we can do right now, but sooner or later we have to upturn the status quo to weed out the corruption root and stem. I must rise to the top, by any means necessary. I count myself lucky to have ended up fighting by your side, Sylvie, but I often find myself looking back to where I came from. Wait, I just realized. I was like, Sylvie is probably Sylvester, and I couldn't figure out what Relia was. Avrelian. Relia's probably Avrelian, so this is the original Reed Miller. It's a place my brothers and sisters remain, where they continue to endure hardships they should never have to bear. Tell me, those innocent souls, were they born to suffer like this? If it's the law that is causing their suffering, then I shall rewrite the law. And if it's the corrupt nobles, then I shall purge them from their ranks. One day I'll raise an Elysium that belongs to us on this land, a land that has always belonged to us. I believe in you, Relia. I know you can accomplish your dream. Let's not talk about that now. Even thieves have their code, so I'll leave this behind. That way, the governor will know who took his treasure. It's just a pity I won't get to see his reaction myself. That would be a sight to behold. Eh? Huh? What? What just happened? We found a treasure hoarder ship under a pile of iron coins. And you took the helm. After that, it felt like a dream, and then somehow we ended up here. Those two. They mentioned someone called Brahi. Either it's a crazy coincidence, or they must be from a long, long time ago. At the very least, we know they have a connection to this place. Yeah, and from what they were saying, there was once some treasure buried here, and even though they made off with it, it seems they left something else in its place. It's been so long, who knows if someone's already dug it up by now? Let's see if we can find it first. We can't hurt to look. If Paimon remembers correctly, it should be somewhere around here. Paimon can't believe it's still here. Why didn't the governor come to collect it? Huh? This is what they left here? Isn't this... Paimon doesn't understand. Let's ask Tolfin about it. Oh, Paimon almost forgot. We should tell him what happened with the great treasure too. An aged iron coin engraved with a stylized raven sigil. Legend says it was forged by Reed Miller, founder of the Treasure Hoarders, and was the very first true iron coin. In a world without borders, in a paradise where no one suffers from hunger or cold, the gold bestowed and governed by the Deus Ori was never meant to serve as the foundation of human cooperation. Humans should be masters of money, not its servants, even if one cannot claim the heart of gold for themselves, or should be able to wield the wealth that inherently belongs to everyone. But that is a story of a much later time. Whether it was the first iron coin or the ideals sung, interpreted, and twisted over the following centuries, it all began on a winter night beyond the reach of lamplight, when two children slipped out of the academy, hiding from the adults' eyes, and carved a token for playing the thief extraordinaire. I am looking suspiciously at this guy, though. Very fucking suspiciously. No, if it isn't Harley and Paimon, have you two found the great treasure already? If you mean that pile of old iron coins. We left those iron coins exactly where we found them. Well, actually, they're on top now. You tell Tolfin what happened at the treasure site, and the strange things that happened after you boarded the ship. For some reason, they left behind some sort of raven insignia. It seems the Earth remembers far more than we could ever imagine. As a storyteller, I can't help but feel humbled by that. After all, human life is fleeting, and oral history is prone to errors. Some stories may even be lost forever. Yet the Earth's memory no doubt remains true. I think it could only have been Avrelian who left that raven insignia. You may be more familiar with another of his names, Reed Miller. Huh? You mean that was the legendary thief, Reed Miller? Paimon would never have guessed by looking at him. From what you described, the things you saw almost certainly happened before the treasure hoarders were even formed. It is said that back then, he liked to play the role of heroic thief with his military academy buddies, stealing from the rich and helping the poor. In fact, that raven insignia was derived from the family crest of his noble-born academy classmate. But that's all in the past, so I shan't bore you with the details. That's not a word. The word is shan't, not shan't. What the fuck are these localizers on? So I shan't bore you with the details. Anyway, seeing as our fates appear to be intertwined fates, how about you two take this raven insignia as a keepsake? I assume accepting this doesn't automatically make me the treasure hoarder's heir. There's no need to worry. Like I said, the golden age of the treasure hoarders is over. However, there is still one slight problem. My stubborn grandmother seems to have taken a liking to you. If she ever asks you for a friendly sparring match, please don't turn her down, and don't pull your punches either. Whoa, she's so much stronger than a regular old lady. We wouldn't dream of doing anything but pummeling her with everything we've got. Well then, the great treasure buried east of the moon, west of the sun, has been claimed by a pair of remarkable adventurers, and this performance too has come to its close. Allow me to play you a tune, to express my wish that every step of your journey be filled with mystery, and every path may bring you jubilation. What's the matter, Harley? Something else on your mind? About Reed Miller. The name Reed Miller was merely an alias, a mask to hide one's true identity. To the poor, Miller was a figure of admiration, while to the nobles, the very mention of him would draw curses and swearing. But it was never the name of just one person. Even among the earliest treasure hoarders, there were already 3 individuals who went by the name Reed Miller. And that doesn't even include those who later chose to pose as Miller for one reason or another. Why, just last week, I had a run-in with 2 petty thieves, both calling themselves Miller, who attempted to steal my harp. But that's a story for another time. Putting the latter-day pretenders aside, I do know a thing or two about the original trio. So, Harley, which of the 3 are you asking about? About the first Reed Miller. The first to use this alias was Avrelian. I've mentioned him to you 2 before. He was an orphan who was adopted by a rank-and-file military officer named Niknenko after losing both his parents. As a result, he was able to attend the Snezhnayan Royal Military Academy. Interestingly, according to official records, shortly after Avrelian became a non-commissioned officer, he died in the line of duty for unknown reasons. Perhaps this was his way of getting out of the military, though I can't say for sure. Whatever the reason, he surfaced in Nodkrai a few years later under the name Reed Miller, gathering the destitute who lived on the fringes of society into a band that became the first treasure hoarders. At that time, they recognized this young man from who knows where as their leader, believing that he would free them from their shackles and build an Elysium where all would stand equal. Unfortunately, even I cannot say what his true motive was, nor can I tell you much about how the treasure hoarders operated at this time. Maybe he had a grand dream. Maybe, like my grandmother, he possessed a strong, unshakable faith. Or maybe he harbored some other, darker, more personal motive he couldn't share with anyone. Alright, please don't tell my grandmother I said that last part. Anyhow, all of that happened 5 centuries ago. For most people, the only thing known about the very first treasure hoarder is what eventually became of him, which was death by execution in Snezhnograd. Although he had never been captured by the authorities before, he was convinced by a noble friend to walk away from his organization, leave everything behind, and go to Snezhnograd, supposedly to explain himself to the Belyut Tsar or something like that. Unsurprisingly, he was promptly sent to his death without so much as a glimpse of the Tsar. That's why I say thieves and nobles don't belong together. It only ever ends in tragedy. About the second Reed Miller. The second Reed Miller was a woman whose real name I do not know. All I know is that she was a traitor to the Frostmoon Scions, who struck her name from history altogether. In truth, I have no idea what her connection to Avrelian was. And as for the Frostmoon Scions of 500 years ago, well, it was a pretty creepy place to be, judging from the poems I've read. According to Brahe, the entirety of Hisi Island was encircled by a golden wall, even taller than Mont Issus in Fontaine. So I really have no good explanation for how she could have come to know Avrelian. And now the Frostmoon Scions have transformed into something entirely different. So much so that I even wonder if they're too gullible these days. That's why I told Miss Hidimbi just a few days ago that she was real lucky. Had she tried to dupe the Frostmoon Scions of 500 years ago, she'd probably be with Al Akmar by now. So anyway, after Avrelian was executed, she began donning that silver mask, claiming to be the master thief Reed Miller who had escaped the gallows. She molded the treasure hoarders into a highly disciplined, quasi-military force that almost resembled a religious order. Her mantra was that no one should place their faith in gods or deities, for it was humanity alone that held the power to save its own. Strange as it may sound, the best way to describe the treasure hoarders of that era might simply be an irreligious religious order. Under the name Reed Miller, she gathered a large group of bandits, and together they picked the governor's palace in Nodkrai clean in a single night. All the countless curios, antiques, mora, and jewels that they made off with, she gave all of that away to the poor of Nashertown. This was the very storm of gold and silver that the cheap novels so fancifully describe. And now in Nodkrai, the people absolutely revere Miller. But if you ask me, that has nothing to do with Avrelian's dream, the dream that my grandmother believes in so staunchly. For most of the people living on this land, both his dream and Elysium are as distant as the moon. Who knows? Maybe they're just dreaming of someone like her. Someone who'd drop loot from nowhere right into their laps without them having to lift a finger. About the third Reed Miller. It's a bit embarrassing for me to say this, but of the 3 Reed Millers, the one I mentioned earlier, Brahi, is the one my grandmother really despises. Much as my grandmother doesn't want to admit it, he is actually our forebear. He was of a station even higher than Solovey the Torchforger. He was the adoptive son of the Fey Lord Trubetskoy, governor of all of Nodkrai. Some have claimed he was actually the governor's illegitimate son, and because the blood of the Fey ran through his veins, he was more handsome than most people you'd ever meet. Of course, that's probably just an unfounded rumor. I mean, surely neither of you can find any trace of Fey blood in my face, can you? Like Avrelian, he was a student at the military academy, though he enrolled long after Avrelian had graduated. I doubt the two of them ever crossed paths there. After graduating from the academy, Brahi returned to Nodkrai, where, like every other Snezhnayan noble of the time, he settled into a life of indulgence and decadence. That is, until the night he caught a glimpse of the second Reed Miller as she looted the governor's palace. Brahi fell in love with the Frostmoon Scion turncoat at first sight. So enamoured was he that he even abandoned his life as a noble to join the treasure hoarders. Damn, that pussy must have been poppin'. The nobility are at leisure to see the suffering of others as a beautiful romantic fantasy, whereas the truly destitute are relegated to soulless villainy and rogues' roles in every tale. This is why my grandmother despises him so much. In her view, he was the one who tainted Avrelian's dream, the one who turned a name that rightfully belonged to the poor into one from a farcical story of romance. But it's just that. He abandoned his life as a noble after his beloved passed, and continued to rob the rich to help the poor and aid the people of this land. So no matter what his motives were, or how he went about achieving his goals, I don't think it can be said he tainted Avrelian's name. Not when we consider how many people he helped, and how much he bettered their lives. It's no exaggeration to say that all of the stories about the master thief Reed Miller that can be found in the cheap novels out there, maybe 1 in 5 is about the traitorous Frostmoon Scion, 3 in 10 tell Brahi's tale, and the remaining half is just pure fiction, fabricated solely to tantalize and reel in the reader. While my grandmother may be a steadfast believer in Reed Miller's dream, just what exactly is this dream? Even Brahi might not have fully understood it back in the day, so how could we claim to now? Having said that, maybe all that doesn't really matter after all, as long as you believe in something. One must believe in something, if only to be able to have the courage to face the morrow. About the iron coins. Iron coins were a form of currency issued by Avrelian, that is, the very first Reed Miller. He believed that in a world without divisions, in an Elysium where no one went hungry or suffered from the cold, people should not be relying on wealth bestowed and governed by the gods to help each other. He believed that people should be the masters of wealth, not its slaves. And even if mastering the heart of gold might be an impossible task, everyone should have the right to wield the wealth that belongs to all to begin with. But as you both can see, the iron coins he imbued with meaning quickly became worthless scrap metal after his death, largely due to the very people he has placed his faith in. Oh, and by the way, there's another piece of info that came to me on the wind, although I cannot guarantee its veracity. And since I have no way to verify it, please take it as you will. In Snezhnaya, there's a Fatui harbinger with a rather peculiar obsession. He seeks to create a more perfect economic order in this world. Unfortunately, he is not a collector of iron coins. Otherwise, you might be able to make a whole fortune in Mora by selling these to him. Pantalone. About the Great Treasure. It was the third Reed Miller, that is, the one named Brahi, who left behind the legend of the Great Treasure. As for why he did that, maybe he just wanted to keep future generations of treasure hunters hooked, so that the name Reed Miller would never be forgotten. It's nice to see what Reed Miller looked like as a kid, or at least like the original Reed Miller. And it was cool to like hear the truth behind all the different Reed Millers and like the different ideals that they had and how them reflecting on how things change over and how things change over time by word of mouth and stories and legends, you know what we've been saying about like nodkrai, like war quest kind of suffering. I think definitely impacted this quest, but it also could have been worse. I enjoyed the sort of mystery of it. I do kind of wish that they'd released the maps closer together though, because it does feel like a lot of time has passed, because we're in what, 6.3 now, so it's been 3 patches. I feel like that does impact the storytelling a little bit because people start to forget sections.